Will AI replace data analysts? If you're trying to break into data analytics right now, you might feel overwhelmed. There are 1,000 courses, 1,000,000 YouTube videos, and everyone online is telling you something different. So you might be asking yourself, what actually matters and what's just noise? Hi friends, I'm Maddie. I'm a senior software engineer who previously worked at Google and interned at other big tech companies like Amazon, IBM, and Microsoft. I've worked alongside many data analysts, and several of my closest friends are currently data analysts at big tech companies. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the absolute fastest path to becoming a data analyst in 2026. No fluff, just the exact roadmap that got some of my friends hired. We'll cover the current job market and why it's actually a great time to get in, the essential skills you need to master, the fastest way to learn them, how to build a portfolio that stands out, and what the interview process actually looks like. Let's dive in. Before we get into the roadmap, let's chat about the question of, is data analytics even still worth pursuing in 2026? The short answer is absolutely yes. The Bureau of Labor Statistics projects that data analyst jobs will grow about 34% between 2024 and 2034, which is much faster than the average. There's also an estimated shortage of 250,000 data analyst roles globally. Companies are drowning in data and desperately want people who can turn that data into actionable insights. However, you have to keep in mind that the bar has risen from just a few years ago. 5 years ago, knowing Excel and basic SQL might have been enough. In 2026, you need a more robust skill set. You need not just SQL, but also Python or R, visualization tools like Power BI or Tableau, and the ability to communicate insights clearly to non-technical stakeholders. And increasingly, you're expected to work alongside AI tools rather than compete with them. The good news is that if you focus on the right skills and build a strong portfolio, you can absolutely break it. And the fastest path is more straightforward than you think. Let's first talk about what skills matter in 2026 because a lot of people waste time learning the wrong things. SQL is non-negotiable. It is the language of databases, and it's how you'll extract and manipulate data at scale. You'll need to be super comfortable with SQL syntax like select, joins, group by, window functions like row number, and subqueries. If your SQL is weak, most companies will filter you out almost immediately. It is a hard skill that you absolutely must master. Next, Excel might sound basic, but don't sleep on it. Managers love it because it's accessible and hands-on. You need to know things like pivot tables, VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP, conditional formatting, and dynamic arrays. Excel is where a lot of your exploratory work happens, and it's how you'll present quick insights to stakeholders who aren't technical. And then you'll want Python or R for deeper analysis. Python is more popular and versatile, and is what I recommend for most people. You'll use libraries like pandas for data manipulation, NumPy for numerical operations, and Matplotlib or Seaborn for visualization. You don't need to become a software engineer, but you need to be comfortable cleaning messy datasets, running analyses, and automating repetitive tasks. As for data visualization tools, the most popular are Power BI or Tableau. These tools are how you communicate your findings. You need to build interactive dashboards, tell stories with data, and make complex insights accessible to executives and product managers. Power BI is especially popular because of its integration with Microsoft's ecosystem, and many companies offer certifications that boost your pay by 10 to 15%. And in order to perform well as a data analyst, you'll want a good grasp of basic statistics. You'll need to understand descriptive statistics, correlations, hypothesis testing, and A/B testing. You're not becoming a statistician, but you need to know enough to know when a trend is significant versus just random noise. And last but not least, you'll want to develop business communication skills. This is where a lot of technical people fall short. Being a data analyst isn't just about running queries. It's about translating data into recommendations that drive business decisions. You need to explain your insights clearly, present to stakeholders, and make data accessible to people who don't think in SQL. Now let's talk about how to actually learn these skills in the shortest time possible. If you're serious about becoming a data analyst in 6 months, structured hands-on learning is the fastest way to get there. And that's why I recommend Datacamp, the sponsor of today's video. I've actually been using Datacamp myself for over a year now to level up my own skills, and what sets it apart is how hands-on and structured the learning is. If you want to master SQL, the Associate Data Analyst and SQL track is incredible, even if you have zero coding experience. You'll go from basics to advanced querying, joining data, window functions, and even projects like analyzing student mental health and sales data. Plus, you can prep for the industry-recognized data analyst certification to really prove your skills. On the other hand, to develop your data visualization and business intelligence skills, I highly recommend the Data Analyst and Power BI track, which Datacamp co-created with Microsoft. You'll learn to prepare, model, and visualize data, work with DAX, and by the end, you'll get a 50% discount on the official PL300 Power BI certification exam. Both tracks are packed with real-world projects and interactive exercises, and everything runs right in your browser. No setup headaches. So check out my links in the description below, and thank you to Datacamp again for sponsoring this video. So if you had 3 to 6 months to get job ready, here's the exact roadmap I recommend. For the first month, focus on Excel and SQL foundations. Spend it getting really comfortable with Excel, pivot tables, formulas, charts. Simultaneously, start learning SQL. Practice on platforms like StrataScratch, LeetCode, or HackerRank. Aim to solve 50 to 100 real-world SQL queries. In month 2, work on Python. Learn Python with a focus on pandas and NumPy. Work through datasets, clean messy data, and practice exploratory data analysis. Start simple. Load a CSV, filter rows, calculate summary statistics, and create basic visualizations. Kaggle has a lot of really good datasets for this. In month 3, learn Power BI or Tableau. Pick one visualization tool and go deep. Build dashboards, practice data modeling, learn DAX if using BI. Create at least 2 or 3 dashboards that you can showcase in your portfolio. For months 4 to 6, focus on your portfolio projects and interview prep. This is where it all comes together. Build real projects, practice SQL interview questions, and start applying to jobs. The portfolio part is critical. We're going to talk about this next. So obviously, certifications and courses alone won't get you a job. Recruiters want to see proof that you can solve real business problems. That's where that portfolio comes in. You need 3 to 5 strong projects that demonstrate different skills. Here are some ideas. For example, you can make a sales performance dashboard. Use a real data set, maybe e-commerce sales from Kaggle, and build an interactive Power BI or Tableau dashboard that tracks revenue, top products, regional performance, and trends over time. Include filters, slicers, and clear KPIs. Project 2 is customer segmentation analysis. Use Python to segment customers based on recency, frequency, and monetary value. This is called RFM analysis. Identify high-value customers versus churn risks and present your findings with visualizations and actionable recommendations. Number 3, SQL portfolio project. Create a GitHub repository with SQL queries that answer real business questions. For example, you can query an e-commerce database to find top customers, calculate monthly revenue, analyze product returns, or track customer cohorts over time. You should include a README that explains your approach. Next, we have financial or operational analysis. You can build something domain specific. So for example, maybe a budget variance analysis, expense tracking dashboard, or supply chain optimization project. This shows that you understand how data analytics applies to real business functions. What you're gonna wanna do is make your projects look professional. So you should be writing clear documentation, include insights and recommendations, and host your code on GitHub. You can also add these projects to your resume and LinkedIn profile with direct links. Now let's talk about the interview process. Once you start applying, here's what to expect. Most companies will give you a take-home SQL assessment or live coding challenge. They'll ask you to write queries, join tables, aggregate data, and use window functions. If you have weak SQL, this is where companies will filter you out. You'll also face behavioral questions. Be ready to talk about how you use data to solve problems, how you prioritize when you have multiple stakeholders, and how you communicate tactical insights to non-technical audiences. Use the STAR method: situation, task, action, and results. Some companies will ask you to present a case study or a past project. Practice walking through your portfolio projects clearly and confidently. Explain your approach, the tools you used, and the business impact of your insights. And increasingly, companies want to know how you work with AI tools. Don't be surprised if they ask how you use AI assistants to speed up your workflow or how you validate AI-generated code. The expectation is that you're comfortable using AI to augment your work, not that you're going to avoid it entirely. So in conclusion, becoming a data analyst in 2026 is absolutely achievable, but you have to be strategic. Focus on the core skills: SQL, Python, Excel, and one of the visualization tools. Don't try to learn everything at once and go deep instead of wide. Next, build real projects. Certificates are nice, but projects are what will get you noticed. Practice SQL relentlessly. It's the most tested skill in data analyst interviews. And finally, do not be discouraged by rejection. Landing your first role is the trickiest part. Once you're in, the career progression is strong, the pay increases significantly with experience, and demand for skilled analysts continues to grow. The data analytics field is evolving fast, but if you stay curious, keep learning, and focus on solving real business problems, you'll build a career that's both rewarding and resilient. And that's all I have for you in this video. If you found it helpful, please hit that like button, hype this video, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.